Hello, everybody. My name is Colton Trubinsky, and my topic is: Are organic diets environmentally sustainable? So, what is the issue here? The issue is that society is being misled that organic diets are environmentally sustainable. This is taken from the No portion of the e-text by Henry Miller. How college students are being misled about sustainable agriculture. So sustainability, what does that mean exactly? There's three pillars to sustainability, and we see that on the graphic. There's the environment aspect, the economics aspect, and society. Uh, these three pillars lead to the ability to continue over a long period of time, or the long-term goals of generations. So when we relate sustainability to agriculture, what methods have the environment's best interest in mind for the economy and for society too? This is taken from how the organic food system supports sustainable diets and translates these into practice. So the pro side of this topic deals with the organic diets and farming. Organic means naturally grown. So they use natural substances to produce these crops through compost and other natural substances. Organic diets do offer the same nutritional benefits that conventional diets offer. There's not really much of a mix-up or change. Nutrients are the same. It's just how you go about making the product that's different. Organic farms, it does provide a smaller crop yield, though. It's not as much of a bang for your buck as conventional farming techniques offer. But the organic methods are beneficial for the environment in a few ways. Use of natural substances is better for the soil. It's better for biodiversity with other ecosystems nearby. More insects, bees, stuff like that are not killed off due to pesticides and other things like that as in conventional farms. But these organic farming techniques can be expensive due to higher labor costs. There's more labor-intensive work involved, and it's expensive for the consumer. It's about, looked up, 88%, roughly, more expensive than conventional diets. Oh. This is taken from Why Organic Food is More Sustainable. Next. So the con side, my side of the argument, is deals with conventional diets and the farming methods. The conventional farming methods are more efficient than the organic methods are for multiple reasons. The use of fertilizers is used to promote growth in the products. You get higher yields with promoted growth. The pesticide production is used to reduce pests to make the crop more cleaner, just make an overall better product, really. Less emissions are emitted into the environment and onto the plants because of without the use of compost. Compost is used in organic methods because it's natural. Traditional farming methods, there's no use of compost. And these methods are cheaper. It's cheaper for the farmer, and it's cheaper for the consumer, about cut in half. And this is from, again, the No portion of the e-text, How college students are being misled about sustainable agriculture. So, who are the stakeholders involved when talking about sustainable agriculture? The stakeholders include those in the food industry, from farmers, as you see in the graphic, all the way to the fork, to us, the consumer, and everybody in between, from the people that sell, the wholesalers. In the article down below, 6 ways sustainable agriculture is changing the business of food, they talked about that there were investments from stakeholders upwards of $3.9 billion to help farmers transition to regenerative agricultural systems. What does this mean exactly? Regenerative agriculture systems, soil restoration, keeping the soil sustainable longer periods of time. This is achieved by crop rotation and crop diversification, cattle grazing, and composting. So crop rotation and crop diversification is the idea that you are switching what you plant in certain fields around the years. So like one year you grow corn in this field, and in the same field next year you grow soybeans or wheat or stuff like that. You're not planting the same thing over and over and over. That uses up the nutrients and does not allow the soil to replenish these nutrients needed. So, like we said, diversifying the crops being used helps restore the soil, leading to regenerative agriculture systems, which leads to sustainability that we are talking about. So I had the con, or the no side of this argument. So organic diets are not sustainable. Why? They're expensive to produce, and it's expensive for farmers, it's expensive for consumers. There's this thing known as 2 carrot day, which talks about it's the idea that 1 organic carrot is the same price as 2 regular carrots. We mentioned earlier that organic produce is roughly 88% more expensive than conventional produce is. They're not sustainable due to the low crop yields. Talked about the natural methods of producing these crops. It's not the best bang for your buck because you're not using fertilizer. It does not boost the crop growth. And so how do you make up for the low crop yield? Well, you see in the picture, deforestation. One way to make up for the low crop yield is to plant more crops. So how do you get more arable land? Arable land is land that is able to be farmed. Deforestation is the answer for that, but deforestation does hurt the environment. There's a loss of biodiversity and the ecosystems. Think about all of the different ecosystems and the animals and the species that are living in forests. It's really coming down in the Amazon rainforest with deforestation due to more farmland and development. It really does hurt the the economy, like the environment, the ecosystems. And also, the greater emissions are produced in organic methods because of the natural compost. That leads to bacteria on the crops. It's tougher to keep these crops cleaner, per se, with bugs, pesticides, that sort of thing. Same thing continued. Organic diets are not sustainable. These methods are, like we said, they're not efficient for large-scale farming. They're by no means a way to feed hundreds of thousands of people in certain regions. It would work in smaller areas, smaller geographic locations for a lot less people, but like we said, for the majority of society, it's not an efficient way to do things. We talked about deforestation. It takes up more arable land than conventional farming does. Because of the lower crop yields, you have to make up for it somehow, some way. The USDA organic standards that we saw on the previous slides, they can be tough to comply with. There's a lot of different standards, and honestly, to me, they don't make a whole lot of sense, because like, sometimes in stores you see products that are 100% organic or 70% organic, and like I feel like there should be like it's organic or it's not organic. There's should not be this gray area, you know. But we know that there's no use of pesticides or other chemicals in the organic diets, and this leads to bugs and other insects. Like we see on the right, that leads to even lower crop yields, because not everything you produce is gonna be sold in stores. Like, you would not want that in your salad. That's gross. An increased amount of weeds, which makes it tougher to harvest. The facts on the last slide and this slide are taken from the study Organic Food is Worse for the Climate Than Non-Organic Food, and the no portion of e-text once again. So why is, well, boost the crop growth. With boosted crop growth, you get higher yields. This is due to higher efficiency. You're going to feed a lot more people for a cheaper dollar. It uses less land because you have the higher efficiency, higher yields. So that is better for the environment, because you're using up less space than you would with organic farming. And all these practices are towards regenerative agriculture. In turn, this leads to sustainability that we talked about, leading into the long-term goals of the economy, the social aspect, and the environment, due to soil health, biodiversity, stuff like that. Summary. Conventional diets are the answer, and the farming methods used are better for the environment, the economy, and society. This is more sustainable. It's better for the environment. It uses less space. Helps the biodiversity outside of the farming areas. The economy is held because it's a cheaper method of farming. It's cheaper for the farmer, cheaper for the consumer, and it benefits society in a way because of the higher efficiency. There's more food to feed more people for less dollar, bang for your buck. That is the end. Thank you for listening.